Good morning. Welcome to our third court case. We have the team of Tatijana, Makayla, and Abby versus the team of Andy and George. George absent, Andy choosing to fly solo. Today's court case is, are the dwarfs guilty of neglect in assisting Snow White? Outside of my chambers, we decided that Andy would give his opening statements first, followed by our three girls. That being said, Andy, your opening statements.
Hello, John. Hello, Judge and jury of the courtroom. My name's Andy. The dwarves are being accused of neglect, and I'm here to prove that they're innocent.
Thank you. So jury, for point of view under Andy, he has the dwarfs as innocent. Ladies, your opening statements.
Good morning, Your Honor, people of the jury, and citizens of Grove Heights. We are here today to prove that the dwarves are guilty of neglect. They blatantly neglected Snow White by being hostile and quite unfriendly towards her. The old lawyers might try to convince you, but please don't let the learned preservation pursue the truth. My associates and I have been working on the topic because they are guilty as charged.
Okay, so jury, go ahead and score opening statements, and I'll just say to both teams, remember to speak loudly. If you want your mask off, you can. Speak loudly and slow down. All right, opening statements. Andy, do you have any comments, witnesses, or evidence you would like to share?
I do have a witness.
Who is that?
Which is Happy the Dwarf.
What dwarf?
Happy.
Okay, come on up. Other way. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God, or whomever you believe in.
Yeah.
Okay. Jury, go ahead and put witness one as dwarf. And Andy, your witness.
So, Happy the Dwarf. How long have you known Snow White?
Ever since she broke into the cabin. Or well, maybe something.
She broke into a cabin.
Well, our cabin.
She broke into your cabin, and that's the first time you met her.
Yeah.
Okay. Andy, anything else?
Do you consider a friendship with her?
Yes. Very much.
Well, don't be
Okay. Okay. Would you like to cross-examine Happy? I said, would you like to cross-examine Happy?
Yes.
I
Did you ever do anything to Snow White?
what's that supposed to be?
Have you done anything? Do you want to know if he's done anything fun or good, or do you want to know if he's done anything evil and bad?
Can I object real quick?
Object to what?
Can I like pull it back real quick?
Sure. Counselors,
Have you ever been called mean or bad?
you want to know if he's ever been
No.
done anything mean?
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, step
Don't
down.
touch on that. You know what's not
All right. Question for Happy.
Have you ever made Snow White feel unwelcome?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Has she ever looked unhappy staying with you guys?
Has Snow White ever looked unhappy or unsatisfied living with you guys?
I mean,
Yes, no.
maybe no, but I don't think so.
Not to his knowledge.
Not to my knowledge.
No further.
Any further questions for Happy? Do you have anything else for Happy? No. Okay. Happy, what are some positive experiences you remember?
Oh, I remember one time that we were like singing silly songs, and I got to talk about how I washed my feet and like started dancing with them.
So you do singing, a family singing, anything else?
We were having fun. It was like not like necessarily a game night, but like a dance night. And, like,
Game night, dance night,
Yeah,
singing night, and you don't remember anything,
No,
any like bad times with her?
well, with that experience, she was happy. She was
Okay.
laughing. She started singing.
Beautiful. Step down. Jury, go ahead and score who used Happy Dwarf best. And ladies, we will go to you. Do you have any comments, witnesses, or evidence?
We have a witness,
Who?
Snow White.
Snow White to the stand. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God or whomever you believe in?
I do.
Not the tone I was expecting. Okay, jury, go ahead and enter witness 2 as Snow White. And ladies, you can start questioning.
So, when you were living with the Dwarfs, what was like your relationship with the Dwarfs?
They told me that
Make sure you speak up.
they had told me that I had to tell everyone that I was having a good time and they were being helpful and nice to me. But what really happened was they had bullied me and been mean.
So what he's saying is that the Dwarfs will have a lie about what was going on at home. So how long have you known the Dwarfs?
About like 5 years.
5 years? Okay. And were the Dwarfs like hostile towards you when you first met them?
When I first met them.
Yes. Like were
Yes.
they mean to you?
No, not when at first they were all nice. But then after a while, they got used to me and started being mean. And didn't help.
Right. And did you ever feel unwelcome? Like,
Yes.
Yes.
Most of the time, they just like shut me out. Like I was just a person.
Right. Did they ever like leave any notes or like any?
They left many mean notes every day on my door for me to look.
And we have evidence of that. Legal.
Do you have a mean note?
We have mean notes.
Okay, jury, under evidence, team A, write in mean notes. I don't know why a student's calling me right now. I know you stole our dishes. Signed Sneezy. Beware, stranger. Signed Doc. Oh, good, there's 3 more. Get out. Signed Grumpy. Dear Snow White, I will not ask you again to please stop eating all our food. Just leave, please, or else. Another note from Doc. Doc's really bitter. And finally, you're a fine kettle of fish.
Which isn't its.
Well, I don't think I'd want to be called a fine kettle of fish. And that's also from Grumpy. So again, make sure you put in hate notes or something about notes for evidence. Continue. So clearly some dwarfs have not got along, but Happy did. Continue.
So, as you know, the dwarves would go mining. Well, did you ever did they ever go mining for like long periods of time, and then did you ever wonder where your dwarf was not mining?
Yes. I feel like someday they go out and have fun without me because they purposely did not want me to go because they hated me.
Maybe too. Okay. No further questions.
Thank you. Andy, would you like to cross-examine Miss White?
Of course. I do not believe you are the real Snow White here.
So do we have any proof of this being Miss White?
We do.
Snow White, when is your birthday?
No.
January 16th.
Would you like to see this, sir? And continue with any questions you would have. Also, jury, go ahead and put in, just put in ID card for evidence for Team A. Okay, give any other questions for Miss White?
I had some evidence of Happy having his ID card and his fingerprints.
Okay, we can get back to that. Do you have anything to ask Miss White first?
So, you say they purposely had fun without you. They didn't also question that you also have work? Did you?
They could have work, but some days they're gone longer than others. Some days they're gone just hours. Some are gone for multiple, like 1
2
day.
hours?
Like they're gone 3 hours. The next day they're gone 8.
May I show you evidence?
Sure. So this is the Dwarfs work schedule,
Yes.
and it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They work from these hours to these hours. I'll quickly show it, and if you want to walk around to show what they were doing and when. Enter in a work schedule for Team B for evidence. So what is this showing, Andy? That shows us when they work, but why are we seeing that?
Because she said that they'd be gone for just and then the next day 8 hours. Well, because these plus schedule.
And the only reason they were gone, you're saying, is because they had to go to work.
Yes, they had sometimes have longer hours than some days.
Okay. Any other questions for Miss White?
One more. Why do you accept a stranger's offer?
Oh, see the apple?
Why did you eat it?
Because the dwarves weren't feeding me. They didn't give me any food.
Wait, the dwarfs were eating you?
No, feeding me.
They were feeding. Thank goodness you said
They
feeding.
worked.
They weren't.
The dwarves were not feeding you, so you were starving, so you took the apple.
Yeah.
Continue.
But the dwarves did not allow you to talk to strangers because you were being hunted and you were wanted like queen.
Well, I didn't know that. They didn't tell me that. All they said was, don't talk to strangers. I didn't know I was wanted.
Really, no one said eat, guys. Continue, Andy.
So, if you really were hungry, why didn't you cook for yourself? Or
Because they didn't let me. Because as you can see by the notes, they said stop eating our food. So they took all of my food privileges.
how do we know that it was really them that really voted?
Because I didn't get any food after. So it had to have been one of them.
Well, I still believe that you did it to yourself, not the drawers. That's all.
Thank you. Do you have any last things for Miss White, ladies?
Well, we have evidence to prove that they wrote the letters.
That they were what?
Wrote the letters.
You have evidence that these dwarfs wrote those letters. Okay, show the jury and then show me. Go ahead and enter in a photo, I guess, for Team A. It's a photo. Oh, so you took fingerprints of the dwarf and matched them with what was on the letter. Okay,
As
fingerprints
long as other items.
match other items, including the letters in the dwarfs. Thank you. Miss White, how long have you known the dwarfs, you say?
5 years.
How long have you been bullied?
Like 3.5.
3.5 years, so you stayed with them for 3.5 years being bullied?
I couldn't go anywhere else.
But you couldn't get away from 3 foot people?
3?
3 foot people.
Oh.
Okay. Miss White, I think you may step down. Where okay, jury, go ahead and score witness 2. Andy, do you have any comments, witnesses, or evidence at this time?
Well, I have no of these evidence.
Okay. What do you have?
What's left of butter?
Okay, so enter butter into the stand to evidence for team B. So butter to me. All right, tell us why you have butter.
So this was found at the Dwarfs' house.
Tell them. Go tell them.
This was found in the Dwarfs' house. This was, I presume it was used for something,
Cooking something.
cooking something. Then when my team of investigators found this butter,
And what does that show? They found butter. Why is that important?
well, let's say the Dwarfs had been doing something to Snow White. Right after she ate the apple and fell to the ground.
Okay.
This butter, the Dwarfs thought this butter could save her
Okay.
from.
So the dwarves tried to save her using butter?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
that's what they thought.
Okay. They didn't know how to save her, so they tried butter.
Well, yeah, they also tried other methods, but
Did they try CPR?
yes.
And then butter.
Well, they also have some others. They did use butter at one point.
Thank you. Thank you. And Andy, you're out of witnesses, right?
Yes.
Okay. Girls, you have one more. Let's get your witness.
Prince Charming.
Oh, God, that's right. Enter for witness 3, Prince Charming. Do I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God, or whomever I believe in? I do.
So here's proof that this is Prince Charming. Okay. So, Henry. What was your first impression of the dwarves?
They came across very sus. I mean, anyone that is under 3 feet and over 100 pounds, I have multiple questions already.
And now, have you ever witnessed them being hostile?
My ex-girlfriend was similar.
Was similar. Have you ever witnessed the dwarves being hostile towards Snow White?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
On multiple occasions, or
yes. I remember multiple times at the dinner table, they would take her piece of toast and they would play monkey in the middle with her dinner items.
and would that item end up on the floor?
It would end up usually in Grumpy's belly,
Mm.
because he was always the biggest eater at the table.
When did you meet the dwarves?
I met the dwarfs after I first met Snow White on Tinder.
Oh, okay.
We went out on our first date and she introduced me to the dwarfs, and that's when the red flags, the sus. These people are weird.
So were they like kind of hostile towards you?
Yeah, kind of protective, kind of like,
Gotcha. So like, so she introduced you, kind of gotcha.
mm,
So was there any like dwarf in particular kind of felt was.
Grumpy's just, I'm gonna punch that guy.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. He's rude, he's got an attitude, he thinks like, I could literally just raise my foot and crush him, and he doesn't realize this.
And as you guys know, Grumpy is the one who wrote some of those notes. So.
Oh, yeah.
Also, we have evidence to prove that he was actually a criminal.
Grumpy
He is, like,
was.
past evidence of being a criminal.
Knew it. Why don't you read, oh,
I'll show you. Not you. I'll show you.
this, I need to switch into this is an police incident report.
Yes.
Police incident report on Grumpy, what did he do?
He was caught for burglary
This is domestic.
and domestic violence.
So, oh, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it one bit.
So it says that he robbed a jewel mine.
He robbed a jail.
He robbed a jewel mine. And so he was caught for it and he served about 5 years before Snow White came along. And also Doc was also involved in the heist.
Oh, shocker. Not surprised, not surprised.
Okay. And that's it.
Okay. Do you have any further questions for the Prince? Would you like to cross-examine the Prince?
Yes.
Be gentle.
So, you said you met Snow White on Tinder, right?
Yes,
Well,
I was swiping right and boom, the lady of my dreams, I thought.
Well, the time you showed up at the time where we were at the investigation, Snow White was dead on the floor. I don't think you really even met her at all. You just came by near the cabin and just faked to check.
I did not do it. I did not do it. We went on one date.
What date?
Yeah.
How do you know what the drawers were being mean to her? Even though you were in the castle most of the time.
I witnessed the dinner table, and it's just even at the dinner table, they would take her food and play Snow White in the middle with her food.
I don't believe so. Now, I don't think you are really a really good friend at all.
I'm the Prince.
A very bad one. Who doesn't even know what do you mean? What is he even doing?
Do you have any more questions for the Prince?
No, I don't think that's it. And plus, you're a bad friend as well.
Okay.
Do you have another question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So when Snow White presumably died, quote unquote,
When Snow, oh yeah, that's okay.
did the dwarves seem sad? Did they seem genuinely sad? That
No.
was just-
Most of them were still on their cell phones, texting people and playing games and.
Well, we have a death certificate here, because, you know, if they actually thought she was dead, so they were ready to move on.
They didn't hit her.
So, after that incident, did any of them at least seem to shed some tears? If, you know.
I think one of the dwarves shed a tear, but I think he only shed the tear because he thought he was going to get Snow White's room, when actually the other dwarf got her room.
Well, we have the tears here.
Those are the dwarf's tears.
Right here. And so we tested it, and it was pretty much a fake tear.
Really?
No emotion.
Shocker. Here's my shocked face.
No, pretty shocking. So,
Make sure you're entering evidence in. They put death certificate, they put tear bottle, enter that all into your scorecard. Ladies, do you have any other questions for the Prince?
no.
Andy, anything else for me?
Yes. So, how do you know that the girls were not really happy for her when she died?
Because they were on their phones. Like if someone died, wouldn't you be like?
This is not the future. You're making things up.
It looked like they had phones.
I think you might be hallucinating. You believe you are real friends. You really believe you are?
I do.
No, you aren't.
Prince Henry.
You're just a hallucination. You think you are, but unfortunately, you've been put in a mental hospital. But somehow you got out.
Okay, no more demoralizing the witness. Do you have a question?
That's it.
I thought his name was Judge Fleetwood.
Okay. So we got a few things to do here, jury. Let's make sure we have. Make sure you have Prince Charming graded out. We're in class though. Make sure you have Prince Charming graded out for both teams. Done with witnesses, right?
Yes.
Andy, do you have any last comments or evidence you want to show the jury? Go ahead. Enter in an apple for team B. Apple. A-P-P-L-E.
This is a
Just show them. What's that for?
presumed to be a poison apple. Well, the one we're trying to find was not there, so we had to reconstruct it.
So is that a similar poisonous apple to the one that was really used?
Yes, this is a poison apple that Snow White ate, and after a few seconds, she fell on the floor and she was dead.
And where did she get that apple, you think?
From the stranger's offering.
From a stranger's offering. Okay, do you have anything else to add about the apple?
No.
Thank you. Do you have any other evidence, or is that about it, Andy?
That's about it.
Girls, do you have any last evidence?
Yes. So, as Nikki brought up, you brought up the fact that the apple was recreated. Well, we have the original apple before, it went into evidence. And we got the fingerprints again, and it came off as the Dwarfs' fingerprints. So
You have the original apple.
Yes, it's not with us. We had it.
You had it
It's in evidence.
and took the prints off.
We did.
Continue.
And so it proves that the Dwarfs tampered with the apple. So.
The door's prints are on the apple. Any other evidences, ladies?
Yes. We have the poison here to show that the dwarfs helped put it on and try to kill her.
Okay, so the apple that is in processing right now, that you got the prints off, that was on the apple.
Yes.
Where do we think that came from? Who made it?
The dwarfs.
The dwarves made it, put it on the apple,
Yes.
boom, she's dead.
Yes.
Okay, enter in poison for team A evidence. Any other evidence?
We have almost nitro.
Bailiff Tromler, will you get the middle two lights, please?
we have a view.
Exactly. Share it. Good.
Bailiff, we get the middle two lines. Andy, your closing statements.
Thank you, Your Honor, and Judge. Oh, well, I tried to do my best and try to prove yours innocent.
Thank you. And ladies, your closing statements.
Thank you, Your Honor, people of the jury, and citizens of the court. I ask you to think about the way they treated her and their actions towards her. As you can see, the dwarf's neglected image is Snow White. To prove this, my evidence states that they didn't help her when it came to like literally anything, whether that be with food or just the living situation. So yeah. And they also were the people who made her the coffin. So the coffin, the glass coffin she was in, they made that coffin for her.
Who made the coffin?
The dwarves.
Okay.
The dwarves made the coffin for her. And they presumed she was dead before really actually checking. So they are surely are guilty.
Thank you. So jury, what I need you to do now, as I dismiss the two teams, is score your overall evidence section. Remember, it's not necessarily who had the most evidence, who had the best evidence, and then also score your closing, add up your stars, and answer your conclusion question. Andy, you can go ahead and head outside. Ladies, you may follow. Scoring time.